couple of seconds because mine likes. There we go. Hello everyone, and welcome to a Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Dewpoint. I will be playing a large horse that may also perhaps be a plant, and potentially a grumpy bird in a wheelchair. Sol and Lao is blind, respectively. And today's FPS is called The Care and Feeding of Minors. But my partner in crime like to introduce themselves and said minor to be fed.
Hello everybody, my name is Whis, and yes, I am playing said minor. For today I'm playing one Missy Forde, who is going to live up to her name, I feel, today.
Sure she will. We love her so much. I love her very much. She's great.
She's so stupid.
Listen. He is a child. She is not as small as she used to be, but she is still a small child. We love her.
Oh dear. But yes.
Anyway, I guess I would have to ask you, probably best to start with Missy. As in, where is she? And what is she doing?
Oh, well, I figure that it's probably one of those cases where she's either playing at the park with maybe Cassie or Dorian, or she's either there or she's at school. It really depends on the time of the week. For simplicity's sake, I feel like school is probably the way to go. Playing out in the back. Words are escaping me. Yard. There you go. In the yard at the school. She has lots of friends at school now, but she's having a little bit of her time. She's picking flowers or whatever it is she's doing. And yeah, she's just vibing.
Excellent. Would you like to roll a perception?
Sure.
One or that 20? I love your first roll, you're fucking losing it.
Oh, there's a nat one!
Oh, okay, I'm with you.
Only way to go from here is up, I guess. Fucking hell. What is your perception anyway? And it's an... Okay. Your perception is a -1. You've got 0.
No, get empty.
Oh god. The blinders are on. She is in the flower picking zone. Maybe she's like trying to make a daisy crown or something. I don't know. She's concentrating really hard on what it is she's doing and is 100% oblivious to everything else. Like, the bell could ring and she wouldn't notice. Her friends could come over and poke her in the back of the head. She would not notice.
Can I suggest something?
Oh, please do.
You know how in the spring and summertime where the schools do like little growing projects where it's like we're gonna grow like some watercress, or like we'll go out to little some schools have like little garden areas and we're gonna plant something, and then every couple of days it'll be your turn to look after the thing.
Oh yes.
Imagine if they planted stuff like roses and daisies, and I don't know, maybe a couple sunflowers around as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, no, she's probably doing as you said, making daisy chains or looking at all the flowers and being quite distracted. She would probably come across like the sunflower patch because they're all planted sections, so there's no mismatching in anywhere. And whilst her perception is completely very much a 0, she it is impossible not to notice that one of the sunflowers is in fact very much taller than the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks quite pluckable. I mean, this thing is towering over the others. How impressed would they be if you brought back this giant sunflower on a stem?
Oh my god, she's dumb enough that she'd fall for that too, yeah. Alright. Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, Missy, darling. Yep, alright. She's going to try and do that. She's just going to go, whoa, it's so big. Neat. Oh, I gotta show this one to Mad Lad. And she's gonna go to try and pick the sunflower.
Cool, roll me a strength check.
Alrighty. Yeah, of course. That's fucking typical, isn't it? Am I doing just a straight check or a save?
It's a straight check.
Alrighty. 16.
Okay, interesting. So, was not a roll. That was not a roll. That sure was something. So what happens is, Missy, you shut your eyes, grab it from the base of the stem, and you pull, and it takes a couple of tugs, but you do pull it out with pretty much little to no issue, and there is a giant clod of dirt, like, attached to the back of this thing. With that 0 in perception, man, like, it probably, like, that's just a load of clumpy dirt. That's normal, right? Like, flowers have roots that get attached to stuff. That'll probably fall off as you walk it back to the classroom.
My head is in my hands. My head is in my hands because Missy is like, oh, I've got to shake off the dirt. She's gonna fucking shake it.
I'd like you to picture the chance flying. Probably like a class going on, and then just a thump as just a clump of smacks against the window.
I'm genuinely crying.
I love this girl.
Oh heck. Can I roll her something to try and not be quite so stupid?
I love her. I love her in a variety of ways.
Heck.
Yes, she's shaky. She's shaky. This end of the sunflower, and a lot of the dirt falls off. But something's a little strange. It kind of like the more she shakes it, it doesn't seem to like get smaller. It seems to get a little bigger, or at least greener. And it looks kind of like there's a bulb at the end, but she like I don't know how much Missy knows about like plants and stuff, but it looks like the bulb of a daffodil or like an onion or something. It's rounder than the actual sunflower itself, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And oh yeah, no, there are the roots. The roots he's coming out of one place, and oh, they seem to be coming out of another place. And it's weird because the bulb is kind of potato shaped. Weird. And, oh, okay. It's very green. It doesn't make sense because isn't it only supposed to be green when it's like out of the ground?
This is such a ridiculous mental image, and it's the funniest thing. I love it so much because she is 3 foot tall. And she's holding Sol by the neck and shaking them.
Listen. It's a scruffy bulb.
Oh man, let me roll her at something. Please don't roll low. Are you
Go
fucking
ahead,
kidding
roll.
me? That's a 2, Missy!
Would you like advantage?
I'm gonna give her advantage because she's met Sol before.
Yes. wild ride, and we're 5 minutes in.
Fucking hell. Okay, like I was gonna give her a nature, but like that's even worse. That's a -2. Missy, why are you like this? Why are you like... I know why you're like this. I made you this way because I was not know what I was doing at the time. And history's no better. Okay, straight intelligence, that's also not good. You're just... Oh, Missy. Come on. All right. That makes it a 7. It's still not very much.
It's fine. With 7, you definitely realise this is probably not what the end of a sunflower is supposed to look like. And it takes you a little while to realise and recognise who and what this is, because they're being kind of weirdly just not very what's the word? Energetic. They're just kind of laying there, as you're shaking them about. And it's not until you see the little root thingies just kind of twitch, and you feel the stem underneath your palm twitch a bit, and then you see the head move, kind of lolling, and then you feel the head kind of onto the top of your head. Then you hear the sound of like the sound of something hitting the floor repeatedly, and maybe that looks like a memory in your head, because of, hey, wait, that sounds like dog tail wagging. Wait, plant tail wagging. Wait, plants that have tails. Wait, this is, oh, this is a very big sunflower, so it can only be one other sunflower that I know that is capable of wagging its tail.
Oh man, I'm just picturing a zooming inside of Missy's head, and you've got somebody there trying to very slowly hand crank an old film projector, go and it goes and then suddenly projecting this picture of Sol, and she just sort of lets go of the neck, and like, Sol, what are you doing in our flower bed? Oh crud, you're not. Oh dear, oh dear. I hope it didn't. Are you okay? She's just giving them a bit of a poke. Oh gosh, did I kill Sol? Oh no! Plants need water! Ah! She's gonna frantically run around trying to find her water again.
As you're running around, you will, Actually, I should roll that. Wonderful. You very strange, large, green puppy.
Right.
Cool.
Missy, how well did you find the watering can? Okay, she is panicking. That is another natural 1.
Oh, baby! Oh no!
I was gonna have that as an investigation because she was rolling a specific thing. And her investigation is a -2.
Baby!
So she's just doing that, like, because she's an anime protagonist, right? So she's just doing that little thing where it zooms out and they've condensed into chibi form and there's no background and she's just sort of running backwards and forwards across the screen going, oh no, oh no, oh no, water again! But is achieving exactly nothing!
I love her. Listen, it's the anime effect. Sometimes it just be like that. I will say she's running around trying to look for a watering can. She feels kind of like something land on her arm. And then she feels something land on her arm again, and then another thing, and then another thing. And then she hears like a little grumbling noise. And Missy, you hear the sound of rain. I rolled a 19 on insight for Sol. The Sol has basically just rolled onto their back, lifted one of their rooty fingers up to the sky above them, and they've cast Create Water.
Oh my gosh.
Waterfall as rain in a 30-foot cube within range. So got up to 10 gallons of rainwater now falling to the top of you.
I think she's gonna. Oh man, I think she's going to stop, and she's just gonna look at her hands getting wet, and then turn around and look at Sol, and then just sort of sheepishly head back over to them. Like, I didn't find the watering can, but I think you figured it out. Are you okay?
Sol, who is on their back, legs are floppy, on her tail even harder. There is mud splashing. They are now getting themselves covered in mud.
Oh, good thing Missy doesn't care about mud, so she's not gonna like back off or anything. In fact, what she's gonna do is I think she's going to look at Sol, look at the rain, and then she's gonna try to dig a little hole in the ground just with her hands so that water can collect in it, and then try and grab one of Sol's root legs and stick it in the water.
I mean, you sure can do that. You grab Sol's leg, you put it in the water, and the water gets, like, up. And then, for a very brief instant, you feel the rain get a little harder. Or it's like for a second before it stops again, and starts to kind of fizzle out into a little drizzle.
Oh my. Okay. Well, I think she's just gonna patiently wait and then give Sol another little poke. Sol? Are you okay now? I'm sorry I was shaking you.
Sol very slowly kind of rolls himself to the side. And like all one of their side is covered in mud and the other one is like semi-clean from the rain. They look at Missy and they get real close with their flower bud up to the side of her face, and they just kind of and then thump with the tail.
And she's gonna reach up and make an approximate attempt at like she knows how to pat a dog. It's just like I cannot rub behind your ears. Neck. It's just start patting their neck. What are you doing at my school? I thought you weren't allowed here anymore.
At something stops, and they kind of look around. Well, they turn their flower bud around them. They look down at you. And then they slowly start to stand up. And oh god. I love this horse. I love this horse very much. Guess who also has a -1?
Yes, I love that.
Once upon a time, Sol was kind of told not to remove someone from a secondary location to another location, or from the primary location to a secondary location. Sol has forgotten that. Other than that one. And Sol, looking down at Missy, he's very wet and dirty.
Oh boy.
Gonna reach out with one root, pick her up very slowly. Like they wrap their fingers around her wrist and like just kind of hug her.
I'm not even gonna roll. Missy's too dumb to get the context here. She's just gonna tilt her head to one side and like she's not resisting the tugging at all. Huh?
Stop. Let's go with your wrist, and then slowly wraps their roots around your waist and start to lift you up very slowly and over towards their back.
She's not gonna stop them, but once she's up there, she's just gonna sort of I'm gonna roll her a history.
Mm-hmm.
Now you get a high roll. What's your history? -2. That's... Yeah, so that's a 14. So I think when she's up there, she's gonna sort of get herself comfy because she remembers at least being on Sol's back like twice, at least. But then she's gonna be like the other parts of being on Sol's back are going to trickle down a second later. Right? Wait a sec. Sol, what are you doing?
Sol has let her go. And Missy will feel and probably hear the sound of a seatbelt clicking. As Wine's kind of swoop around her waist. And then he feels Sol start to walk and then trot and then gallop. And I'm gonna roll a strength check.
You want me to roll one? All right.
I'm rolling a strength check. What is your plus? Oh no. Okay.
Oh no.
So Sol, in their infinite wisdom, instead of jumping the fence, decides to try and run through it. Kind of push it, and it does the where it stretches a little bit. It's like I don't know how many times Missy has been to a theme park. But if she's ever been on a roller coaster, you know that sound where it's like where it gets to like the very top.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Why she's that noise?
I'm going to just say this is a strength save so she could hold on. So it's a dirty 20. As soon as she clocks what's going on, she's just like, oh no! Cling!
So yes, with a tick, 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 give it a brief pause. Sol looks back at Missy. Missy will hear another as another set of roots come over and wrap around her waist and click on the other side. And then the fence jiggles. And then with a ring, away they go. They'd be flying.
Oh gosh!
If there is anyone attending school in classes or on the playground at the minute, God, actually, I don't know. We don't know. We didn't decide if they were like on the playground or in classes. Either way, you're gonna see a giant fucking thing fly across the school. A giant shadow appears across the playground. Someone screams that it's a dragon. There may be panic or there may be shouts of who. Why is there a dragon here? Can I get on the back of it? Miss Hector, can I get on the back of that dragon? Is it a dragon? Can we pet it?
And there is one person at that school who's gonna know exactly who Sol is, because Mad Lad goes to the same school.
Well,
incredible. Love that. I love that. Oh gosh. Yeah, Missy is just clinging on, and when they go flung over the school, there's just gonna be a little like ah from behind.
I would say that you're not just flung over the school. Yeah, you're flung over the school, but Missy, you see that you're not quite done once you're flung over the school. You realise that as you fly over the school and then over the other side of the fence, on the overside of the school, and you just keep going. Actually, I'm gonna roll a dex save for Sol because.
Oh shit.
Okay, that's not bad actually. Oh yeah, that's very good. I cannot think and type at the same time. Come on, brain. Come on, brain. Do your thing. There we go. Yeah. So you realise that you're flying very far away from school now. Over a lot of different buildings. some you think you just about miss being hit by, as Sol starts to kind of like hear like a little flutter flap from the little wings on the side of them, as they maneuver their way between clotheslines. Actually probably get themselves caught in another clothesline, which boom, is the exact same thing, and boom,
Flings them
like,
back in the other direction. Oh my god.
pretty much. I think if we get a camera and lift it above Toontown, like a hell, I just imagine. No, wait, idea. We go up to the sky. There is a helicopter reporter. And let's just tune into the TV for a real quick second. Like, thank you, Laurel. Yes, if you haven't noticed, there is some obstructions across, well, pretty much every road in town. We have an unidentified flying something, and you just hear boing boing boing, boing,
With a very faint.
against every road, and it's just traffic jam everywhere because it's going and ping ponging so fast. It's just
Oh my
honking
gosh.
horns, an absolute disaster. Um, yes. Um, eventually, actually, can I ask you to roll me a con save?
A con
Because you're being,
save. Yeah.
yes, you're being pushed across town. Huh.
Thankfully, con is one of the things that she doesn't suck at.
Oh yeah.
So it's a 16.
Cool. And as the reporter in the sky ends with one last fling, you and Sol are flung to the top of what looks to be an apartment building. And you land with a despite flying at an angle, you do somehow land to you still do somehow land like straight from above, so you kind of slam into the top of the building, or at least Sol does. And Sol just kind of you hear like this sound of two belt buckles unclicking, and the vines unloop from around your waist, and Sol's just laying there.
I am picturing this gif. Hold on.
Take your time.
It won't autoplay,
Yes.
but that.
Exactly that, except land belly first.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so Missy, I think when she is allowed to dismount, she will slide off, stand on her feet, slowly lay down on the roof, and just lay there for a second. And just be like,
Okay.
I'm not supposed to leave school, Sol.
Feel a gentle pat on your head, which you notice also, you're dry now. Man, nothing like across town run to dry you out. Who
Yeah.
needs hair dryers?
Yeah, absolutely. I think after a moment or two, she will sit back up and look around and just be like, where are we? Are we lost? Is this just where you stopped? Or...
Look around, and first thing you notice is a greenhouse, with what seems to be like a door. The door is closed. It seems to be like a brick or like a doorstop of some sort on the outside of it.
Mm.
Um, you also notice like one of those oh, I don't know what they're called, but it's just like those square little rooftop um doors that lead out. I can't remember what they're called. It's just like a square block, and there's a door on it. It basically leads down stairs into the apartment.
Oh, right, yeah,
The
just
fire exit roof ledges.
a little sticky outy bit to be, so that the whole stairwell is inside. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I can picture it, but I don't know what it's called either. Yeah, fair enough.
And you'll also notice behind her and Sol there is what appears to be like a strange sort of thing near the rooftop. Like a weird, how do I describe this? Nothing there, but there seems to be like marks where the rooftop is. Like where, sorry, my words aren't coming to me tonight.
Yeah, take your
But
time.
there's like two wear away marks against the brickwork.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing else there, but it just looks like something should be there.
Alright. I suppose she'll go and have a little bit of a look over at the greenhouse and sort of look through the. I assume it's got clear walls, as greenhouses tend to. And she'll just sort of
Oh yeah.
peer through it and sort of squint and then look back at Sol and then look back at the greenhouse and.
As you look away and then look back at Sol, and you look back in, there's suddenly something yellow in your vision. And you feel a from inside the greenhouse.
She's gonna turn back.
There is another yellow thing, and now there's tung 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 from inside the greenhouse.
A blink, a blink. So is Sol inside the greenhouse now? Or are these
no,
like
not.
snappadills or something?
Has she seen Snap?
Yeah.
Well, I imagine that the glass is a bit. It's not completely see-through, like it's slightly frosted.
Yep.
The outlining shape of something yellow. You know, it's not as tall as Sol from the looks of it, but it's tell it's yellow and then it's like green coming down from it. So you assume it's probably a flower of some kind.
Mm-mm. She'll look back at Sol and then look back at the greenhouse, and I'm gonna roll her, and I have two things that she can ask them, depending on this roll. Nope, roll in the tower. Don't. Okay, that's actually not too bad. I will ask the less stupid question with a 11. It's above a 10, so she gets the less stupid option. Is this your house, Sol?
Sol perks up a little from where they have being splatooted, splayed on the floor. And you hear a as they lift all four of their legs up and themselves off the ground. Short. And they kind of trot over where Missy is, looks at the yellow things inside, and then looks down at Missy, and then trots away around the corner to where the door is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she'll follow them. She may as well at this point. She's like, I'm stranded on a strange roof. I don't have a choice.
And Sol is going to pull the object away. It does look like just a loose brick. And then they reach out towards what you assume would be like. It looks like a lock. The lock looks busted as hell. Like it looks like something has snapped it upwards, and a little bit of glass around it is broken. And Sol reaches around, grabs it, and slowly opens it, pokes the head inside. At least it opens it enough for Missy to have a look in.
Okay. Yeah, she'll have a look in.
You peek in, and yeah, it's a big friggin' greenhouse. There's lots of flowers. And also you can see on the floor is very active because there's a lot of green vines and there's a lot of yellow heads. There's a lot of snappadills kind of just looking around. And you see that the two things the uh, on the side of the greenhouse, those were snappadills. And they all kind of look towards you at the sound of the door opening,
Mm-hmm.
and their eyes are all kind of locked on you, and they turn towards Sol, and they look back at you, and Sol looks down at you, and
Um.
they.
Oh dear.
Hmm?
Oh. I think my. Yeah. Hold on. DMV has just deleted all of my source material again.
No!
This is why we back this stuff up. Oh dear.
No! Can't believe Missy got deleted.
Yeah, well, I just need to have her race information at this point. Where's the draft house one? The first draft house. There we go. All right, character list.
To Missy, and Missy is just an outline with some CGI graphing.
It's really weird because the custom items and stuff, they don't get erased because they're not saved in your who's what's it. There we go. Okay.
Huh.
DMV is free but quirky because it's free. Alright, so I've got a question for you. Are snappadills considered to be animals or plants? Or both? They're plant? Okay, speak with animals in that case does not work. Alright, cool. That's fine. She's just gonna kind of go, snappadills! Just like what Mad Lad's got! Hello! And you give a little wave.
The snappadills make no move to return the gesture. And Sol looks down at you, then looks back at the snappadills, and they do a very slow finger wiggle wave at the snappadills. And Missy, you see all of them tilt their head, sync as they look at this, and then tilt it the other way in sync as they look at this. And you see Sol copy or looking down at you, and you on the head, and slowly pushing the door shut. And putting the brick back in place.
Oh my gosh. Alright, I am going to roll her perception because she's in a new place. Alright, that's not a nat one. It's not great, but it's not a nat one. That is an 11 total.
Right. Question. Are you looking inside the greenhouse? Or
Yep.
are you... Okay, cool. If you're inside the greenhouse, then in that case, I retract the statement of the brick being replaced. The brick has not been put back. There's a lot of plants in here. You probably have to roll on H to try and decide which ones are which. But there is like, at least like lavender. You see there's like actually quite a few trees in here. Like there's like a citrusy smell. And you can see like bright yellow and green trees dotted around. What else could you see? Probably see that there's a lot of flowers, but there is also like a small little patch of like vegetables and stuff, like little potatoes and turnips and carrots and such.
Just based on the fact that Missy's nature score is a -2, I'm going to say that she only recognizes, like, I'm not even going to roll for her, but she only is going to by default recognize things that are fairly common. So, like, she'll recognize if there's, like, trees with recognizable oranges or apples or whatever, and she'll know what carrots and strawberries look like. And at best, she might be able to go, that flower looks very much like the ones that Chifley planted around the shrine he made. But apart from that, like, it's plant. This is a surplus of plant.
It is fair. That is pretty accurate. It's a surplus of plants. And yes, it smells kind of citrusy and very floral. And you notice that as you're now in here, with the haunts, and the snaky plants, they all kind of slowly kind of make their way over towards you. But they leave like a good 5 foot gap between you and them.
Mm-hmm.
And also not really don't seem like aggressive, but they also you can't really get any sort of vibe or anything off of them. They're just kind of looking at you.
Mm-hmm. I think what Missy's gonna do is she's gonna crouch down and, as if she was approaching a new cat for the first time, just sort of offer her hand towards one of the frontmost snappadills so that he could sniff or lick or whatever it is that they do in order to suss someone's vibes.
Um, you hold your hand out, and as you do, there's like a gap opens up a bit, where you gesture with your hand, and then it slowly reforms back, and one of the many snappadills does kind of wiggle a bit towards you out from the mass. Um, and it's bright yellow, but there's like little green stripes on the inside um of it,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like a weird little dark green ring around underneath the butt of its neck. Um, Comes up to you,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks at your hand, and on one of these. Okay. Um, it it doesn't come to your hand. Um, but it's not moving away. It is just kind of looking at you.
She is going to attempt to pat it. Very gently.
Oh, oh. Ah, okay. Um, as you reach out to pat it, you see the cone of its petals kind of close up and it inches back. And the rest of the snappadills kind of start to get a little more active and deliver each other a little more. Um, and it retreats back into the pile.
No, she'll pull her hand back and just be like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
You feel a pat on your head.
She'll look
Sol
up.
just looks down and pats. Sol's just looking down and patting you on the head. Um, and then they look towards you, then towards the snappadills, and then towards the door, and then towards you.
Okay. I suppose they don't like strangers. Okay, let's go.
And she'll make her way back towards the door.
Cool. For actually, I'm gonna have to roll for this as well, aren't I? Oh, okay. Never mind that. Um, hmm. Can Missy roll me a sleight of hand?
Sure. Okay. 4.
Cool. You remember how I said the lock was busted?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I imagine that Missy was a little disappointed, focusing on her disappointment of not being able to open the battlefield. You remember that there was broken glass around the
Oh dear.
around the entrance part.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I rolled for Soul to see if they would remember to not let her touch it, and they didn't. Um, so let me just hang on. Where is this? I did have this somewhere. Actually, this is an FPS. Screw it. Yeah, no, you reach out and you do get cut. It's a little cut, but you do get cut by some of the glass.
Ow!
She'll just immediately stick her finger in her mouth.
Do feel immediately like a shadow fall over you, and something very gently tug at your wrist, and then you feel something on the back of just gently be placed on your back.
She's just gonna sort of turn and look.
Yeah, Sol is standing on their back legs, and they are even taller now because they're tall on their forelegs, like all four legs. They're even taller on their back legs. They are like looming, and their neck is curved around over the top of you. And they're casting a very big shadow, as they just very gently pull your finger from your mouth, and you feel their roots rub your back, and they look at your finger very carefully. And this is where I roll this. Oh my god, I love you. Um, what is your... Yeah, cool. Nat 1 on medicine. They look down at your finger, and then they look at you, and then their petals just kind of flare open, and they, unless Missy resists, they just pick her up with one of their roots, shove the door open with their other one, and whilst on two legs, shove her underneath what would constitute an armpit, charge the door open, and just charge to the side of the building.
This is the funniest way for them to make an appearance in front of Lao. My friend is hurt! Help!
Missy is dying. Oh no, you must help them.
She's hardly got a paper cut. I freaking love that. Soul beloved! Okay.
Father, help.
Alright. I don't think Missy is really in a position to stop Sol at this point. She's just gonna be whisked away. Just with probably another little noise.
Oh, Sol, I love you. God, okay. This makes sense though, because they are running on their hind legs and not all four legs. So you rush to the side of the building, and with one of their rooty, with the other rooty hands not holding Missy, they fling themselves over the side, and then quickly realize, oops, oops, I have one hand occupied, and I'm running on my back legs. Oh no! And they kind of scramble, grab the side of the building, and they just kind of slide down quite quickly, for getting Missy to their front, and with a you land something very hard, and it kind of starts swinging to the side. You hear like a and it's now time that I probably roll one of these. Are you lost in the sauce, man? I think he is. Okay.
Are we all just rolling terrible perceptions today?
Fucking 9. Okay. That's fine.
There is probably a degree of, a noise happened. It's probably Sol.
Yeah. I think at this point, Lao's just kind of used to Sol's ambient noises of destruction. just your living environment. Yes, anyway. See? Sol has unbundled you from their arms, and you are now in front of a pair of sliding doors on the side of the building. And you see Sol's reach out, slide that door to the side, slam, and then like usher you in with the other hand.
Oh, she's just gonna sort of be pushed into over the threshold of this door and is just looking back at Sol going,
Okay. Are you okay?
Kind of squeezing after you, and they look at you, and they lift both of their forelegs up and very clear, like, wait their signal. And then they kind of back away towards what looks to be a beaded curtain made of something. Kind of clacks as they back away. They back away backwards out of that curtain and seemingly disappear around the corner out of sight, fading into darkness.
mm-hmm.
And you are now left in a strange room by yourself.
Alright. Alrighty. Wisdom save for not snooping. Yep. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's a 4. I think she'll probably resist the urge to snoop around for maybe 15, 20 seconds. She'll sort of stand there, realize she's still bleeding, stick her finger back in her mouth for a little bit, look around, and then, ooh, something is a distraction, and then go and have a look over there. Yeah, so she's just gonna start looking around the room. She'll stay in the room, but just snoop time.
Oh, okay. Look around the room, and the first thing you see from where you're standing, your back is towards the double doors that opened out to a very short terrace that actually you were standing on one, looks like one of those window cleaning platforms, stopped outside these double doors.
Yeah.
To your left is a dresser that looks quite full to you. In front of you, like in the top left corner, can be what you can only describe as a mass of pigs and other plant kind of objects. It looks like a nest. Has a few blankets thrown on it. And standing next to it is a short bedside table and a plant of some sort in a pot. And other than that, the room looks bare. Oh yeah, except the floor. The floor seems to have some sort of green carpeting.
Okay. That was a 4. I think she might start have a small poke around in the dresser, just sort of be like, give it a little bit of a knock knock and give the bottommost drawer a bit of a tug, see how heavy it is.
Bottom drawer is quite heavy. And you smell. It doesn't smell dusty, but it does smell kind of like old and dirty is the only thing that comes to mind. Not dirty as in filthy, but dirty as in like actual dirt.
Dirt, yeah.
But yeah, if you're pulling at the bottom drawer, you probably get it like a little bit open, and you probably see like the covers of some old books. They're books, just a lot of books in there. And the second drawer, not really much. It's a bunch of folded up fabric.
Let's roll. See, roll your brains. Roll your brain. Yeah, that's what I thought when we roll your brain. Not very good. So that is a 5 on an intelligence. I think she's going to just sort of look at these things in the drawers. I push them shut after she's had a small snoop, and then look around, and then put her hands on her hips and just say to herself,
This is not what I thought Sol's room would be like.
No, Sol was such an avid reader. Cool. Well, as you're kind of doing that and looking around, you probably will hear the sounds of feet coming back towards you. And you hear the clanking of the beads as Sol sticks the head into the room to look at you, and then looks back past the curtain at someone. something. You hear the sound of something coming towards you.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a voice say, "Listen, Sol, I don't know what you brought home or who you brought home this time, but I'm going to tell you. I don't know how many times I have to tell you, but you need to take them back." And you see the bead curtains shift again, and another figure appears next to Sol. Well, I say appears next to Sol, kind of shuffles the head back out into the
Mm-hmm.
dark corridor, and another figure moves the curtains aside and starts to make their way in. Um, and this person, first thing you notice is that they are in a chair. It does have wheels. It's kind of like a weird modified office chair.
Mm-hmm.
Probably seen like receptionists at the IT department of work, or something. Uh, once you have to be sent home for whatever you've done that particular day.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Extra chairs like this. Um, he is, or they are doing. They have a blanket on the bottom half of them. You don't know what that is. Looks like, but the top half looks kind of plain. You can tell they're a bird, or at least got a beak. They've not really got any detailing. Like there's no feathers, there's nothing except an outline, like a very basic shape. Um, three curls in the back of their head. And it looks like they've got three fingers on each arm wing. You're not too sure what they call it. They don't look like they're wearing a shirt or anything. They're just an outline in the shape of a bird.
All right.
And
I'm going to roll Missy a history because technically she has met Lao for all of 2 minutes exactly once.
mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Wow. What's your history?
Get something.
That is a 16. That's actually a spectacular roll for her. I think she might sort of do a little bit of a blink blink and then perk up as recognition lands. Oh, hello.
Cool. Give me a hot second. I've got to make a few rolls.
Uh-huh.
As Lao, the back of this bird's head kind of twitch, and he looks at you, and I roll one. Ooh, um, you can roll an insight if you want.
Sure. She's not as
I don't
good
know
at
how
it as her brother, but oh, okay. What's your insight? This is where the rolls are. This is where the rolls are.
It was all fun and games before. Now you mean fucking business. Yeah, okay. With an insight, you see this man look at you, and you know he's a man because your brother's talked about him before. Um, Lao looks at you and his eyes widen, and you see his outline looks a little strange. It kind of with most tunes, I imagine like the outline is kind of like living, breathing thing like them. Um, you look and you see the outline just stops, and it looks like he just stopped, like his frame is frozen, for lack of a better word. And you can see his pupils shrink, and he shakes a little in his chair. And this is where I roll this. Oh wow, what's your? Oh, you've got no adjustment on that. Okay. Oh, okay then. And you see his hands, you see his outline starts to shake as he slides his hand to rest on his lap, and he squeezes them together, and he takes a deep breath, lets it out, and says, "Well, I wasn't expecting Soul to bring a child back, but I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised."
I'm sorry for coming in without asking first. Sol kind of, picked me up and ran. Real fast.
They tend to do that.
Yeah.
May I ask who you are? And I won't ask why you're here. It's clear that Sol brought you here because Sol brings everyone here. And takes you to look at Sol, who kind of, you hear like a kind of a clink from the curtain and like shuffling slightly further down the corridor. Might I ask your name?
Missy will just sort of smile a little bit.
We've met before. I'm Missy.
Mm.
Missy Forde.
Cool. Very excellent, wonderful, excellent. Missy, you'll see the outline shake a little, and the pupils of this guy's eyes shrink just slightly. Missy, your flute sibling, his little sister. And this point, you will notice, hey, your finger is still bleeding, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Okay. Now's gonna kind of look at you and then look down at your hand, and you see his outline shake again with a little wiggly thing, and his pupil dilates a little more before shrinking again. You're injured, right?
Oh, it's not that bad. I just need a band-aid. I cut it on on the greenhouse in the roof.
Greenhouse. Right. Just wait there. And you see him maneuver himself back past the wooden curtain and down the corridor. You're gonna hear the sound of wheels kind of leave. And give me a second, I'll make a few more rolls. Cool.
Let's put the source of some of Lao's issues directly in front of him.
Interesting. Okay. So like about a minute passes, and then you hear the you hear the beads jingle again, and you see Sol stick their head back in, and they're carrying in one of their hands like a little box, and like it's got a little handle. It looks like it looks like a box that's been split 4 ways, like into quarters. It's made of wood and it's got a little handle, and there's like little bottles and stuff in it. You know, and you pop it down, and then they pat you on the head, and they kind of move towards the double window and kind of stretch, and then pump onto the floor, and curl off in a little sunspot. And you will hear something knock on the side, outside the you'll hear something knock on the outside corridor of the wall.
I was just gonna go and stick her head out through the beaded curtain and see what's all that about.
Cool. Give me a second.
What is this noise? Huh?
Holy fucking shit. Okay.
Wowza!
Somehow, you stick your head out and you look around, and Lao is leaning in his chair against the wall, in the office chair, and it looks like he just pulled his hand back, and you stuck your head out of the big curtain door. And it's kind of a dark hallway you're looking at. It's kind of hard to see him. There is light further down, but it's kind of hard to see at the minute. And he says, and say, no, if head back in time.
And she just sort of backs up.
Cool. And Chidachi says, I would come in there and assist you myself, but at the moment I'm not able to. So if you require any help in getting that patched up, I can instruct you, but I would ask that you stay in there.
Okay. I mean, I know that Chifley was staying here to help you recover, so like that's fine. I can do it. I've had to put band-aids on my knees and stuff all the time. It happens.
You're... Yes, I am sure that Chifley wouldn't let you run around without knowing how to patch yourself up. What I've heard, you are rather rambunctious.
I'm not sure what that word means, but probably.
Lively, active.
Oh, yeah. I'm always running and playing and stuff like that. Yeah.
He talks about you quite often.
He does?
Of course he does. He's your brother. Why wouldn't he talk about his family?
Suppose. He's not been home much, but when he has been home, he's been talking about you.
I don't know how this is fucking happening. Not what I expected to happen, but oh fucking hey.
Let's turn that 20s in a
Everyone
row.
fucking... Yes, I've rolled 2 net fucking 20s in a row. I don't know how the fuck Lao is doing this, but okay. Gosh. Yeah, it's quiet for a few moments. Does Missy want to roll an investigation or a medicine on what's in front of her?
Sure. Let's do a medicine because it's not as bad. Alright.
Having
That'll
a nurse probably helps.
probably. It's still a -1, so at least the math is pretty easy. So that's a 9.
Oof. Well, that does make sense because whilst you can recognize like bandages, and like what looks to be like little bits of cotton and stuff, there's some stuff in here you don't recognize at all. Like there's some unlabeled bottles of like weird brown liquid and white liquid, and then there's this weird yellow stuff. There's one that smells kind of vinegary, like you put in like fish and chips and stuff. And then there's like other things in here, like metal bits. You do notice like there's no knives or anything in there. But there's like what looks like a pair of tongs, like the kind you see used in barbecues to flip over steaks. A
Oh,
lot of
okay.
weird stuff you don't quite. Don't ask why Lau has that in here. Don't worry about it. You do recognize bandages, but you don't recognize what any of these bottles are. And there's no band-aids at all.
Okay. Well, she knows what bandages are, and given the lack of convenient adhesive band-aids, I think she will just sort of grab the bandages and be like, I don't need this hand for the minute. And she's just going to bandage her whole hand. She's like, I'm not touching those. I don't know what those are. I'm not touching those liquids, but like, I just need a bandage. She'll just wrap some around her finger and like, how do I hold it on? There's so much bandage, and then she'll just keep going all the way up to her forearm.
I just see, the thing is, because she is 7, I imagine that it's really, really tight, and then it starts to get really loose, and then really, really tight again. She looks like she's really trying to be a mummy. She's just not like doesn't know where to like tighten and pull and stuff.
It's probably for the best so she doesn't cut all the circulation off to her hand, quite frankly.
Just like saggy bits of bandage and then like tight bits of bandage.
Yep.
God.
She is no longer bleeding, however.
No longer bleeding.
Yeah. I've got to step away for just 1 second. I drank my tea too quickly. I will be right back.
That's fine. I might go for 5 minutes and get more water anyway. Good thing I did take that step away. I just saw a fox outside my window. I did not expect Lao to get 2 nat 20s in a row. I don't know what he's on. I don't know why he's like this. Oh, hello, Hiccup.
Alright, I am back.
What was the last thing Missy said? That Fifty talks about him a lot. Oh yeah, and then I was just establishing what the hell she was doing with the bandages while you were saying that.
Yep.
Right. So back into scene. Missy said, and you hear it's like quiet for a couple of seconds, and then that's interesting. I mean, really.
Mm-hmm. He likes you.
Well, I suppose. I suppose, perhaps, so he wouldn't spend this much time, invest so much time in a person unless he liked them. He certainly tolerates me enough to have stayed here for a little while.
No, it's more than tolerate. I can tell.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
How can you tell?
'Cause I can hear Jeffrey's theme.
There's another pause. You mean you can hear his soundtrack?
Mm-hmm. I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at figuring out what people are feeling based on their theme. I can hear it though. And Jeffrey's has changed a lot lately. But it kind of sounds warm and happy when he's talking about you. And he smiles a lot, too.
well, it's interesting. And I suppose I'm not sure if it's entirely ironic, because from what you've described, whilst you can hear how Tifley, whilst you can hear how Tifley sounds, I get to see how Tifley looks when he speaks about you and his family. You do know that, well, I would think it rather obvious that you should know your brother loves you very much.
I know. He's done a lot for me. And, well, for a long time now, he's been working really hard to look after me. After our mom died, he was all I had. He took that very seriously.
Yes, your brother has a habit of throwing himself into something he feels passionately about.
He doesn't have to do it by himself anymore, though. And I think that's better.
It's a lot better for him to have support. And it's a lot better for you as well, I would imagine.
I think Uncle Dorian really enjoys looking after me.
I'm gonna roll. I don't think he knows who Dorian is. No, okay, that's fine. What is your history modifier? Oh my god, that's disgusting. What the hell? Why is history this high?
Bookworm.
Nerd. Anyway, probably remembers, like, on one of his talks with Cassie, who offhandedly mentions what her dad's name is. No, that'd be weird, I guess. I don't think would Cassie mention her dad by name? I'm not too sure. Oh, I suppose Tifley might have said he was staying with Dorian on a couple of occasions. It's like, your Uncle Dorian, that was your father's brother, I believe.
My dad's cousin. So uncle's probably not the right word, but it's the best word, I think.
Yes, well, where I'm from, things like blood don't tend to matter much in terms of who you call your family. My uncle isn't my blood uncle, but he is my uncle.
That makes sense. But he's good at the whole kids stuff, because, I mean, he's got two.
Well, I suppose it must be nice to, and it's kind of drifts off. Roll again. What the fudge? Why are you doing this? Okay.
He's holding it together real dang well.
To be fair, the numbers are going down. Numbers are slowly going down. Anyway, his voice drifted away. Anyhow, I suppose it is. You said you don't see your brother as much anymore, do you?
No. He's either at work or here. Though he still comes home. And he'll do stuff with me and do stuff with Cassie, and sometimes he'll go and spend time with Crystal, and he's also got a few friends, I think, but usually he says that he's at work or here with you.
Another roll. Okay, why the fuck is he rolling so high? No, shut up. Disadvantage. Fuck you. Fuck this man. There is another long pause. I feel like at this point, Missy, while she has bandaged herself, she has also gotten bored. And may have started playing with the bandage.
Mm-hmm. I don't mind though, you know? I know that I would like to see Chifley more, but when he comes home, he's happy. And anything that makes Chifley happy is right by me.
Missy, have you considered the reason that your brother is happy when he comes home is that he's coming home to you and to his family?
It's different.
Mm.
Before he started staying with you, he'd come home from work, and yeah, he'd be happy, but not happy. It's like happy when you're home is different to happy that's followed you.
I can't say I quite understand what you mean, but I'll take your word for it. In any case, your brother has only been staying with me because of, well, an incident, and he's been assisting me in getting better, and I'm better now. And I'll try and see if I can get him home more often.
Do you not want Chifley here?
I didn't say that. He is a very good friend, but it's not right to keep him away from his family.
I don't think you're keeping him. And the way he sounds when he talks about you, it's a good thing, you know? He hasn't sounded so warm since he was hanging out with Gil and Sammy, and like that was different, but different again? It was so warm and he was happy, and now he's spending time with you and he gets warm and happy when talking about you. It's good. He likes you a lot. Don't you like him too?
Cool. More rolls. God damn it. Okay. I'm gonna ignore that. Missy? The, the quiet you hear is the quiet you hear is kind of deafening. Very no, can't hear anything. You can't hear any soundtrack. You can't hear a record scratch or anything. You can't hear a shifting and jumping of tune. You can't hear anything from behind the curtain.
She's gonna give it a second. And then maybe another few seconds, and she maybe just lean just enough to peek through, maybe? And she's gonna roll a stealth.
Oi.
And she's even got a positive modifier to this. Hells yeah.
Now you roll like hot garbage, my son.
Yes.
Okay then. You do like knock a few beads together, but then you quickly grab them, so they're all kind of not gonna knock, and you stick your head out. And about 5 foot away to your left, you see the outline of the chair, and you see the bird kind of hunched over, or at least you see his silhouette hunched over. The only reason you can really know that is because of the 3 curls coming up and over his lap. And what looks to be how am I going to describe this? No, I don't think it's that. Yeah, the only reason you know his head is over his lap is got the curls, and his outline is shivering again, but because it's kind of dark, it's hard to see what exactly it's doing. But you do know he hasn't moved.
Are you okay?
Ooh, okay, that's lower. God, why is he like this?
Lao, get the denial out. You're not okay.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna roll once more. Fuck you! I've not got less than a 10 on this. What the fuck? Oh my god. You know what? Fuck it. I'm throwing the dice out the window because this shit needs to happen. Itty, you say, are you okay? And you see outline jump. And you see it turn towards you, and it is hard to see because this corridor is dark and the only light is coming from the room you are in. But you do hear like a rattle almost. Like the chair, you can hear like the wood in the chair kind of rattling a little bit. And you see the outline starts to shake a bit more. You will hear a voice say, "Missy, go back inside."
She'll quickly lean back in.
Are you sure you're okay, though?
I'll be fine. I need you to stay in there. If
She'll turn and she'll just sort of. Lau can probably hear her lean against the wall right next to the door and just sort of slide to sit on the floor. So it's just this kind of this noise as she slides down the wall to sit down on the floor next to the door.
It'll be like a few seconds where she hears like some heavy breathing from the other side of the wall. Oh, are you alright, Missy? How have you managed to patch yourself up?
I think I used too much bandage, but I'm okay.
How often do you use bandages? I don't suppose you use real kind instruments very often.
No, usually I just use band-aids. This kind of thing is for big big injuries, but I haven't needed one of those for a long time. But you didn't have any band-aids in your box, so I made do. I'll probably be able to take it off by the time I get home.
Yes, I would hate to send you home untended to. I think Tiffany would, well, freeze the wheels of my chair if I did that. And then I would have to hit him back with my cane, and then it would start a rather ungraceful squabble, and I would rather avoid that if I could. Anyhow, good to hear that you're okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Good.
Why do you need me to stay in here?
It's safer for you if you do.
Are there more snappadels in your house?
No, oh, yes, you cut your hand on the greenhouse. I'll have to fix that. And no, there aren't any more. Yeah, I'm gonna roll something to him. Cool, excellent, wonderful. That's this man in his high fucking rolls. And he kind of, how do you know that name? Did Tiffany tell you about them?
Mm-mm. One of my friends from school has one.
I'm just gonna roll with what I rolled on that. There is a pause. I don't suppose. Was that was that a young boy, perhaps?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he said he knows you.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. Oh, this makes sense.
We're working on my recognizance here too. I meant to re-listen to the FPS between Mad Lad and Missy, where he explicitly talked about Lao, but I'm like, I think Mad Lad said that was no good, and now I'm just sitting here going, shit, is that what happened? I don't remember.
Yeah, it is.
Oh golly! So Missy's just sitting here going, oh dear.
Oh dear. Oopsie. I think Bad Lad specifically said that be careful of him. I think he hates kids or something like that. Or like watch out.
Yeah.
Be careful around him, don't trust him. That kind of jargon.
Yeah. So she's conflicted between taking Mad Lad's word for it and taking Tifley's word for it because they are polar opposites.
They sure are. Be quiet for a little while. Just Missy, you don't have to answer my question. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but may I ask you a question about your friend who knows about my plants?
Yeah.
Have they ever hurt you?
No?
And I promise you I won't tell your brother either way.
No. Mad Lad's good.
Okay then. Right.
Why
That's...
would Mad Lad want to hurt me? Why would Mad Lad want to hurt anybody?
Sometimes people can be violent for many different reasons. Sometimes because they think it's justified, sometimes because they're hurt and lashing out, and other times because they're scared.
I know.
People can hurt other people for a lot of different reasons.
I know. Tiffany did it to me once.
Oh no! Oh no! Fuck, where's my dice? Fuck, where's my dice? Come in, little shit.
Oh dear.
Me, I remember what this shit's from, you little piss. That's more fucking like it. It's hella lower. It's fine. It's so fine. What? Oh god, I'm trying to think. Hmm. There is a rustle. You can't pinpoint from where. What? Missy?
Hmm?
What do you mean? What do you mean, Piffy? He hurt you.
He didn't mean to. And I know he didn't mean to. Even I didn't even need Mom and Dad to tell me, but Tiffany, I was really little, and I didn't understand some of Tiffany's what is the word, boundaries, and I jumped on his back, and he panicked. It hurt a lot. He threw me into a wall. I was very small and quite throwable. But he wasn't even really there, I suppose. It wasn't any thinking, it was just panic. And he was really weird around me for a while afterwards. But I know that sometimes when you're scared or things happened that you can't forget, that sometimes you hurt people and you don't mean to. And if Matlad hurt you or hurt anyone else, I can only think it'd be for the same reason as when Chifley threw me. Because Matlad's a good person. And so's Chifley. He's not a bad person because he did that to me. Even if he thought that he was for like 2 years afterwards. At least. I could tell. But I know. People get scared and they react before they think.
Give me a second. I have got to run something again. You hear a kind of another shifting noise, and then the sound of something scraping across the floor. And it kind of honks against the side of the archway of the doorway, past the wooden beams, and like a tin kind of bounces to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And
She's definitely turning her head to look. Like, she's still sitting next to the door, but she's like, what?
I am not incredibly fond of these things, but your cousin has a bad habit of making things, and she won't stop sending them to me. And I can't throw them away because you don't waste food, but I'm not very fond of sweet things.
Missy is gonna sort of blink at it and then smile and pick it up.
Thank you. I can tell her that you like different things if that helps.
I think I will tell her myself next time.
She must like you too. Not the same way that Chifley does, but still, it's good to have friends, right?
It's different. Did you? I don't have anything really to drink other than water or tea. Did you want something to drink?
No, thank you. I'm okay. Really, I should probably get back to school. The school's probably already called Chifley, and he'll probably be panicking again. But, hopefully he will know that it was Sol this time and not chase Sol down with a pointy stick. So there's that. But yeah, probably should at least tell Chifley that I'm here rather than freaking out because I left school again.
Give me a hot second. I'm just gonna type something. I'm gonna DM it to you. Where is this? I'd like it if my computer would unfreeze. That'd be nice. Um, uh, yeah, as Missy is speaking, you will hear. I don't think you need to worry too much about that, but you are right. You should probably get back to school.
It's okay. Thank you for the bandage, though. And I'm sorry again for being in your house.
Right. It's not your fault. Soul has a habit of finding things and bringing them home. Or people in this case.
I don't mind. I just promised Chifley that I wouldn't run away from school or from home by myself again. So That's all. But it was nice to talk to you. I like talking to the people that my brother likes. Chifley's got a very good knack for finding people who are fun, and you seem really nice.
I thank you, Missy. That is kind of you to say. But I wouldn't worry too much about being in trouble with your brother. Um, you didn't leave by yourself, after all, nor was it with someone you didn't know.
That's true. They only have that rule for to keep me safe, so and I can appreciate that.
Yes, don't go don't go home with strangers.
I won't.
Right. I well, I suppose if you are all patched up and I'm gonna roll another one of these. Oh. Can I get lower? Oh, I can. Okay, my unwise young man. That is a 2 plus 7. You can see why I'm struggling. It's a good thing I wanted to do with that mod.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear a shuffling noise and coming towards you, and you're going to see a part of the curtain open slightly, and like the tip of a beak and the gleam of an eye kind of peek through. And in the light, you can see that the outline is kind of wiggling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you can finally see this guy say, if you show me very quickly, stay there, stay there, but you show me what you have done with your hand.
Okay. And she's just gonna lift her arm straight up from where she's sitting on the floor, and the haphazardly wrapped bandage that started just around her finger and then goes all the way up to her elbow.
Lovely. I feel like the end of it is dangling off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lovely. Well, it's wrapped at least. And you're gonna see back away over the back and says, like, well, I would suggest getting the nurse to double check your finger when you get back to school. And I promise I will speak with your brother about coming home a little more often.
Okay. But I don't mind. I like Chifley happy. And, you know, I wouldn't expect him to stay with me forever. One day I'll be a grown up too. And I'm gonna want my own place. And it's not like Chifley has to look after me by himself anymore.
No, but that's why it's all the more important for him to spend time with you whilst you're young.
I guess. I do like spending time with Chifley. But I'm happy to share.
And she's gonna reach up and try and give the small pat to, like, the side of Lao if she can reach him.
Oh, cool. You're gonna reach out. Sweet. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Cool. You try to reach out, and immediately you see the line start to wriggle. And you hear a thump as he disappears past that bead curtain with a slam into the wall, and um, you hear a lot more heavy breathing, and um,
I'm gonna roll an insight, and for this
mhm.
particular thing, I'm gonna give her advantage for this one.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, that makes it an 11 total. She will withdraw her hand, and she's gonna think about it, and then think about it, and then she's gonna just sort of stand up and make sure she's out of view of the door, brush herself off.
I'll. Maybe Sol can take me back to school. We can go back out through the way we came in. You don't have to come anywhere near me if you don't want to.
Oh, okay. Missy, you get no response. But you do hear the sound of like bumpy little feet coming towards you. Um, Sol stands up on their little napping spot. Um, looks up at you and towards where the beaded curtain is still kind of clacking against each other. And then they squat down next to you, look out the window, and then back at you.
She'll try and negotiate her way onto Sol's back, I think is what she's gonna do. Let's see. Acrobatics. That's actually something you're good at.
Advantage. So, yeah,
Nice.
you get advantage because Sol is going to help you.
Oh, okay.
It's not gonna let you fall.
Let's see if we can get better than that. We cannot. That's fine. But she gets a 21 because she actually has stats in this area.
Aha.
So, so she's going to climb up onto Sol's back and just sort of get comfy and keep nice and low, and then turn towards that beaded curtain and go,
I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Still silent. No response.
she's just gonna nod and then give a sort of a not quite a like she's gonna just sort of put her hands on the back of Sol's neck and just give a little bit of a pat.
Can we go?
Mm-hmm. Sol, who has been playing with the dangly edges of the bandage the whole time, startles a little, looks at you, looks back out the window, pulls the doors open, kind of squeezes through, slowly, and once they're out on the lift, they tilt their neck over the top of you, like over your head, until their face flower bodies looking back inside. And then they stretch their head back out, do a little wiggle, and they push themselves off of the little platform, the side of the building, scale up it, and head off. Now, this is where I roll. Decide something for them. You get to go back to school. Well, eventually, you do end up back at school, but you do stop for ice cream first and about a 2-hour play at the park.
It's probably at one point she's just going, no, we gotta go that way, but it's just a little bit easier to just have some playtime with Sol so that they can focus.
I think she probably get there like for an hour or 15 minutes before the end of the day bell rings. But yeah, you can get back to school eventually.
I think as they're getting close to the school, Missy is gonna pipe up and go,
I know you can't really talk back, but he's been hurt, huh?
So you see the petals on Sol's head droop just very slightly, or they reach out and you very gently on your cheek, and lean over and pop you on the head with the bud. And they kind of stand up and back away a little.
Thought so. It was the same. I remember. Even though it was so long ago, I remember how Chifley sounded when he was panicking. When it was no thinking, just scared. Sounded almost the same. You'll look after him, yes, Sol?
Sol looks down at you, gives a nod, and you can roll a dex save if you want.
alright.
But they are fair enough.
$16.
So you can look at this if you want. You can. But Sol basically kind of swoops down, and kind of tries to scoop Missy up in a big hug. Squeezy
Aww.
hug.
She will give Sol squeezy hug back. She likes squeezy
Yes.
hugs.
Yes. No, I'll tell you later. That's fine. Yeah, you get a big squeezy hug, and then get down on the floor. A bump to the side of your head with theirs, and go goodbye and head off. Back over the fence. Actually, no, wait. Are they going to go over the fence, or are they going to try run through it again? Cool, they're going to try run through it again.
So...
This time they succeed.
Oh god.
17 plus 2. So quite merrily they run away, get to jump, and they just kind of leave a nice soul-shaped indent in the fence. As you do.
As you do. I think Missy's just gonna sort of wave as Sol goes. And then turn and run into the front office sort of area of the school. And she's just gonna put her hands on the counter going,
Hi, I'm back. Also, it's not my fault, but there's a hole in the fence.
cut to black. Well, I think that went swimmingly.
This went a lot better than it could have. I can't believe Lao's good fucking rolls. Do not 20s, you son of a bitch. How dare you?
How do you keep it together? That's rude.
Exactly. I want you to lose your goddamn shit. Anyway, thank you for everyone listening. I hope you had fun with this. Gosh, some of the shit Missy said, Lao's going to be thinking about.
You damn well better.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. Whis, thank you for playing with me. I love Missy so much. I also love you very much. And it was a joy to play with you.
Oh, it was a delight. Thank you. It was great.
You guys all take care. And see you around.
Bye.